guys, it is Mike here, and in today's video I'm going to be discussing with you guys some new cards that just got announced for the new set that's coming out for the OCG in Collection Pack 2020 for the new archetype that's coming there called Fossils. And before we start off with this video, if you guys haven't already, and if you guys do enjoy this video at any point, feel free to give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends so that they'll be updated on the news. And let me know in the comments below if you guys do enjoy this archetype and what you guys will be thinking of this deck is going to be looking like when it steps into the new Master Rule. And I'm not going to waste any of your time. Let's just go ahead and discuss about the new cards. So if you guys didn't hear, a few months ago, Konami did host a poll, or I think a survey or something, a couple of months back, asking which archetype from the 6 Yu-Gi-Oh anime did they want to be imported into the real-life card game. And one of those archetypes that they did, I'm sorry guys, I'm kind of at a loss for words right now, that they did reveal to be in their survey or in their poll was this archetype, the Fossil archetype, which is based off of the archetype that was anime exclusive to the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX series. I can't really remember right now what the name of the character was that used this, but yeah, I know he's from GX, so that's that. And yeah, so far they have only announced 2 cards from this set for and also for this archetype. And the first one that we're going to be talking about is their new fusion monster, which is going to be called Fossil Warrior Skull King. It's an Earth Rock fusion monster, level 8, 2800 attack, 1300 defense. It requires only 1 rock monster and 1 level 7 or higher monster, so it's pretty generic and easy to get out. It must first be special summoned with Fossil Fusion, and you can only use this card's third effect once per turn. The first effect lets you make a second attack during each battle phase. The second effect lets you inflict piercing damage, and the third effect it says that during your opponent's turn, as a quick effect, you can target 1 monster in your opponent's graveyard. That's a cost. Discard 1 card, and if you do, special summon that target to your field. So far with this fusion monster that they announced, this strategy is looking more to be like an OTK based strategy. And the fact that this third effect lets you take your opponent's monsters and use it to potentially OTK your opponent is what makes this card somewhat interesting. This is kind of like an OTK kind of strategy that Konami hasn't really experimented with as of lately, because not a lot of people or a lot of duelists, if we're talking about the game, doesn't really have any interest in really being in taking your opponent's monsters and doing anything with it, unlike, you know, during early Yu-Gi-Oh, where like you drop something like Monster Reborn, take your opponent's monster and use it to attack per game, which was really prevalent during that time of the game. But now it's like there's not really any incentive into taking your opponent's monsters. But the fact that they're experimenting it now in the modern age with a card like this is what makes this card really interesting. And I do hope that Konami does experiment with more stuff like this. It helps make it more a bit more synergized with the rest of the archetype, and hopefully make it more rewarding to take your opponent's monsters with something like this. And we'll just have to see what else Konami will be doing with this archetype. And the second card we're going to be talking about is their fusion card, Fossil Fusion. So it's a normal spell card, and you can only use this card's second effect once per turn. The first effect reads, you can fusion summon 1 Fossil Fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing monsters from either graveyard as material. And if you banish monsters from both graveyards with this effect, the special summon monster cannot be targeted by monster effects. And the second effect reads, if a face-up Fossil Fusion monster you control is destroyed by battle card effect, and this card is in your grave, you can add this card from your graveyard to your hand. So yeah, basically, this fusion card is kind of like a mixture between invocation and and Miracle Fusion, because the fact that you can use your graveyard to potentially get out your fusion monster is what makes it really good. So this is obviously looking like a heavy based graveyard based strategy, and the fact that you're able to use either player's graveyard to make your fusion monsters is what's really broken. I really do enjoy that. It helps, you know, advance your game state better, and helps make sure that your opponent doesn't have any more recovery plays if they're playing a really heavy heavy graveyard based strategy. And the fact that it does reward you to use your opponent's graveyard to help give your fusion monsters target name protection is what makes it really good. It would be a little bit underwhelming if it would just say you can use your opponent's graveyard without rewarding you with that sense. So the fact that they are rewarding you with giving you that target name protection is what makes this card even better. And the fact that you can reoccur this card back from your grave if your fusion monsters ever do get destroyed by battle or card effect, so it makes it really good. And I am happy that it does give you that more recycling recursion there, because if this card was just stuck there in your grave and, you know, your fusion monsters get destroyed without being able to do much with the rest of your hand, that's what's making that would make this card less appealing. But the fact that that reoccursion is there to help you give you a follow-up play during your next turn is what makes this card really good. And I do hope that Konami also does experiment with more cards like this and gives it more appealing effects, rather than just being a plain fusion card that just lets you fusion summon. So that's what's really cool about this. And so far, I am really enjoying this archetype. It does seem somewhat promising. I'm really curious to see what else Konami's going to be doing for this archetype. I really do hope they're not just going to be appealing to just nostalgic players who are just looking to play cards from the anime. And I really do hope that they do make this archetype somewhat appealing to the meta to give it more diversity and more interesting things to look at in the future. I know that's not going to be happening anytime soon, the next couple of months, due to the, you know, the pandemic that's going on. But I do hope that when the game goes back to its full state, that cards like these, or like archetypes like these, will make a big splash in the meta, and, you know, make it interesting to, you know, follow as the months progress. But either way, guys, that is going to be it. That's going to be my discussion here about the new fossil cards that got announced for the Collection Pack 2020. I really do hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, thumbs down if you didn't. And don't forget to share this video with your friends or anywhere else in particular. It really does help support the channel. And if you guys do like this archetype, or you want to talk about anything else in particular, feel free to comment down in the comment section below what you guys think of the archetype. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you think it's going to do anything? Do you think it's going to flop? I really would love to hear your thoughts down there. And if you guys do enjoy my content and want to see more videos like this or anything else on the channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you guys don't miss out anytime I upload videos. And that is going to be it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Sandrick45 signing off.